Alright, cooking with Mr.Smackin again. Subscribe to the channel. I got a treat for y'all today. Alright, we're gonna do a skillet breakfast. We're gonna do these veggie sausages. Alright, we got these tofurkeys, the Italian version of the tofurkeys, meatless sausage. We got our onions, peppers, we got our seasoning here, we got our eggs, got some chives, some more garlic seasoning, shredded cheese, mushrooms, and of course we got our potatoes. All right, let's get it started. First thing we're gonna do, again, if you haven't tried these, try these tofurkeys. They're good. We're gonna get these going. Get you a nice knife because they have a little bit of a texture to them. All right, so I'm gonna kind of cut these at an angle. Get all these cut. Real nice meat alternative. There again, if you go into the grocery store, you see either meat prices have gone up, or most of the time you can't even find the meats that you want. So a meat alternative, I think, is also for vegetarians, some vegans. Uh, hey, this is the way to go. Or even if you do eat meat, try this. Just get these cut up right here. Now, we're going to get these in the skillet later. Right now, we're going to get our oil in here. Then we're going to saute our onions and our peppers. Get those cooking. Put a little seasoning on there. I do lemon pepper, seasoning salt mixture. Then I'll do garlic seasoning or garlic salt with parsley. Let's get the rest of that in there. As you know, this is kind of like our base, if you will. Get that sauteed. We don't want to overcook them, but we want to cook them down to where that flavor starts to release. Now we want to take our potatoes, and get those in here. Keep these stirred up. I went ahead and just bought pre-cut potatoes, skin on. They had salt, black pepper already on them. You can use fresh potatoes, of course. Get some of this stuff out the way. Let's give it a good mix up, stir through real quick. Give you a different angle right there. As you see, looking good. Now add our mushrooms in there. A little bit more seasoning. that cook through, simmer through. Total about 10 minutes. Now look at how that's rendered down. Looks really good, and it smells real good too. Now it's time to get our tofurkey Italian sausages in here. Get those going. I put a little bit of extra oil in there because they have a tendency to kind of cook pretty quick. And being that the texture of them is it's not meat, so I think it's more of a soy-based product. They have a tendency to kind of crust up real quick. So the idea here, I wanted to kind of keep them tender, so you just add a little bit more oil. Now we're going to add our tofurkey in there. We'll cook the tofurkeys for about 7 or 8 minutes at medium-high heat. Get that mixed in real good. As you notice, I didn't put any seasoning in the tofurkeys because they already were seasoned with the Italian seasoning. And most of the time when you try to season the tofurkey, you don't taste the seasoning because they have the seasoning so robust you can't really taste any other seasoning. Get that mixed in real good. All right. Now that's come together real good. You want to just open up our little areas where we're just going to drop our eggs in here. You can do scrambled eggs also, but I wanted to try something a little different here. Next time I'll probably do scrambled eggs. This time I just want to drop the egg in here. And also, what you don't see, I got some pancakes going too. Now, I got a lid that's a little bit smaller than the pan because I wanted to bring this together to kind of lock it in. Yeah, you see how I'm kind of like a pressure cooker type situation. Okay. Now, see how that's locked in? Just go in there and break up the yolk a little bit, move it around, cover it back up. Then once we just get those eggs to where they are kind of cooked into the rest of the contents, we want to put our shredded cheese on. I go heavy with the shredded cheese. You can use whatever kind of shredded cheese you want. Man, this smells awesome. Now, Just wait for that cheese to melt. And now let's plate it and see what we got here. There's a skillet meal right there. And put a couple of these pancakes on there. Okay. That aroma of that tofurkey and those potatoes and those onions and peppers, man, it's smacking. That's all I can say. You see how that heat's coming up from them? Look at that. Meatless skillet breakfast. Look at that. Alright, y'all. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel so I can keep on doing these things. Hey, let me show you what it do. You can add some sour cream and some chives. Look. Man, that's smacking.